Out here, looking over the sea, it's easy to forget. It's easy to forget what this world has become. It's easy to forget what I've become. When everything went to hell, I don't know if it was the monsters or if I was the monster. I've killed. I don't know who they were or why they were here. All I know is they may have been a threat. They may have been good men. Out here, everything seems so safe, so quiet. And I try and remember the world we used to have. But nowhere is safe anymore. Once the infection hit, everybody went mad. And nothing is the same. Just when you think you're safe, they come for you. Bandits, heroes. It doesn't really matter what you call them. You're dead, just the same. They say the only real threats we face are those with two legs. And it's the living who are more deadly than the dead in this new world. Is it truly worth surviving? Can anything ever go back to how it used to be? In this new world, in this terrible new world, you kill or you die. Or you die, and then you kill. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Gul Gaming. As you can see there, that intro was a little bit different from normal, and a little bit sillier than normal. Now why did I make that particular intro? Okay, so, I have decided to create a DayZ Overpoch server, because I wanted to do a little bit more with the community. And this seemed like the ideal type of game where I could engage with you guys on a personal level, because it's got things like voice chat. It also allows you to shoot me in the face if you think I'm doing badly in something like Throne's Revenge, which is always nice for you guys. This particular server, it's based on the DayZ mod. In fact, it's based on a mod of a mod. This is an Overpoch server, and it's a mixture of Epoch, which was DayZ that still gave you the option to build small bases, or even extremely large bases if you were crazy. And it gave you a variety of other things. We've also got something called Overwatch applied to it, which was, again, a mod of the DayZ mod, which gave you new vehicles, it gave you new weapons, and you know, quite a lot of things that have just kind of, you know, improved it overall. And again, this seemed like the ideal thing for me because I wanted to effectively spotlight community mods on what is already a mod. DayZ is based on Operation Arrowhead, the actual mod. There is a DayZ standalone, which I've been playing a little bit. I haven't really released any videos of it because At this point in the game, although I do enjoy the graphics, there are various other things I enjoy about it. I do think it is, to all intents and purposes, a running simulator at the moment. As time goes by, it's going to get better and better, and I'll think about releasing some videos on the actual DayZ standalone itself. But right now, I think the mod is where it's at, because you've got so much more functionality. Modders have made so many additions and so many changes to the original DayZ mod that it's not even reminiscent of what it was originally. Now, in the Overpoch server that I'll be running, which is called Gul Gaming, we've got various new community additions that we're going to be seeing throughout. We've got a lot of new map additions. I think you're just seeing one right now, in fact. There we go, look at that. This is one of the new map additions. This is, I'm not going to tell everybody where these things are on the map, because I want you to find them yourselves. I want you to explore the map and enjoy seeing things that you wouldn't see in the standard DayZ map. These are made by various members of the community, and all of them have done a wonderful job, and they have a vision in their own minds about what they want from DayZ. This particular one that you're seeing now is kind of an evacuation zone, which is something that I wanted to bring into it as well. So I can really understand why why this particular map author chose to do it in this particular fashion. Because what do people try and do? When there is an emergency, they try and evacuate, or at least that's what the films tell us. So there are several places of that type of vein on the map. We've also got other additions, some of which have been made by myself and by Phoenix, who is one of the modelers from Star Trek Armada 3. What else do we have in this particular mod? We've got quite a lot of additions that make this a more complete and whole game, and kind of exciting throughout. We're using something called the DayZ mission system. You've been seeing me shooting at various people throughout this video. Now, these particular people are from something called DayZ AI, and this allows you to have static AI in particular areas, which will be hostile to you. And it also has roaming AI, so it will spawn AI dependent on where you are. And it will give you that sense of fear and that sense of challenge throughout, which I find really, really exciting. Really, really good to do. In addition with, well, in conjunction with the map additions as well, it makes it a really tense and excellent atmosphere. In addition to the DayZ AI, we've also got certain scripts which have allowed a little bit more ease of use for the game. We have something called Zaban's Take Clothes script. So if you take one of these AI down, like that, you can then run up to his corpse, and you can, using the scroll wheel, you can take their clothes from them, and you can wear said clothes. Like, I'm actually, my character who's currently on screen is wearing some clothes taken from an AI, which is fantastic. We also have a self blood bag script. Oh, hello. Nailed it. And I find that really, really useful. It's not something that was part of the original game, and I did ooh and ah about that, I must admit, by virtue of the fact that I didn't want this to be too easy for players. But for playability, for usability, I did decide to actually include that particular script. We have Lift and Tow, which is from the Ref and Arty script. Really, really, really useful. It allows you to, if you see a vehicle that you may not be able to drive, or that you think, oh yeah, I could sell that and get a few bucks. Fantastic. As you can see, we've got custom loot lists throughout, so you'll be seeing a lot more weapons than you usually would, probably a little bit less food. Oh, it's a depressing world we live in. Poor guy, he just couldn't take the strain. Could not take the strain. Now, as you can see here, we also have vehicles. That's something that the DayZ standalone currently lacks. That's something that they're working on. I've seen various videos of them working on it, so I'm really looking forward to the inclusion of vehicles, but it is going to mean a couple of changes to their land and a couple. So, you know, is it going to happen this year? Probably not. Oh, AI. That's okay. I really don't mind that at all. We also have something called the fuel and... well, it's a refueling script. This allows you to repair and refuel your vehicle at petrol stations, which is useful. You know, if you've got a vehicle and you're running out of fuel, you don't want to spend 45 minutes looking for a jerry can, filling that up, and then refueling your vehicle. That's going to allow a bit of playability. We also have various other scripts to facilitate the use of building. That's, as I said, something that you can do in Epoch and indeed Overpoch. So what we're going to be looking at here is we're just going to spend a couple of minutes looking at the Snap Build script. This is Snap Build Pro. Really, really useful script. Again, made entirely by a community member. So you place your first thing down as normal, as you can see there. I'm making errors. There we are, that'll do. And once you have your first particular building down, you get these points on that piece of building material, which you can snap the next piece of building material to. I find this extremely useful because it means you're not going to have really higgledy-piggledy bases. In the early days of Epoch, you found that bases were absolutely all over the place. And using the scroll wheel again there, you can actually use something called the snap build. You can change the point where you want it to snap to. Right now it's at the central point. That's not really where we wanted it to be. So we had a second think about this. And you can manually select the points. You can see the little green and blue dots there. So we had to think, okay, that's on that particular area, so let's turn that snap on to the, I think it was the, yeah, oh, that one. Where is it? There, left-hand point. Yes. Oh, was it right? It was right. There we go, and you click F, and there it goes. It's now snapped to the point, and you can pivot it as you wish in order to create the layout that you want. Fantastic stuff. And it's small additions like this that I feel really make the game much, much more than they could otherwise be. I thoroughly enjoy them. Oh, here we go. I'm going to build a doorway as well. This is some pre-recorded stuff that I did while I was having a bit of a test of the server just to make sure that everything worked as I wanted it to. Scripting servers is not hugely complicated, but it's certainly not easy, and it's quite easy to make a mistake, because if you get your syntax or your punctuation incorrect, it goes absolutely wild and just simply won't work. So a lot of testing was required in order to make this particular server. I also decided in this particular case to make our buildings destructible. So as you can see here, I have a rocket launcher. I don't know where I got that from. And with enough force and with enough explosives, you can actually take down the buildings. There we go, because I didn't want player bases to be totally unassailable. It does take quite a lot in order to destroy them, but that's okay. Now, in addition to the DayZ AI, we've also got something called DayZ MS running. Here I am attacking what's called a bandit squad. Now, these particular guys, they appear on a certain area of the map, and it's marked. I felt like this would be a good way to get the community, you guys, actually all converging on a certain area. So you can either, you know, do a little bit of co-op together, or you could, of course, kill each other, depending on how you feel about the particular game. Oh, these guys are shooting the hell out of me. Hey, you. Stop that. And this is one of the new Overwatch weapons as well. I think this is the SR... No, this is not. This is HK-417 Sniper, which I'm evidently not very good with. Pow, right in the kisser. Now, once you've completed your mission, you can actually go and you can, as I say, use that take clothes script. They've also got custom loot on them. This particular one isn't a hugely good indicator of it, but there are certain missions where you will find building materials loot. I think that's a C-130 crash. And you've also got other ones where you're going to find various weapons, ammo, medical supplies. They're really, really useful. And if you can take control of a site, and deal with any other players who've turned up in order to take control of the site, then you'll be giving yourself a big advantage because you'll have a lot of materials, which is always nice. Now that we've killed all the AI in this particular area, there would be a weapon crate there if this was one of the other missions, but this is not one of the ones that has one. But as you can see, I'm going to run over to these particular guys. Here they are. Hello, boys. All dead. All dead. And it'll say the bandit squad has been wiped out. The mission is then removed from the map because it has been dealt with, and another mission will spring up given a little bit of time. Really, really cool addition. Again, community mods, can't go wrong. Now, here we're just on the outskirts of Electro, and this is a community map add-on which we have decided to turn into a trading zone, because we found that there were no real trading zones in the south end of the map, which meant people living on the coast, coast huggers, they had a little bit of trouble actually coming inland in order to facilitate that. Now you'll see we've created this little trading zone inside this map edition, which is fantastic, and we've also allowed ourselves the ability to buy and sell items in this particular area. There are various other custom trading zones throughout, which I'm hoping you're going to be seeing one of in the near future. Yeah, that's what we got at the moment. I really hope you, as the community, will join me on this map, because I really do want to interact with you a little bit more. And this will give me a chance to actually speak directly in voice chat with you guys. Here we have another Overpoch sniper. I think it's the SV98. Yes, it is, yes. Talking to this particular trader. As you can see, these are the Overpoch weapons. We will find the sniper rifles eventually, after looking at everything, apparently. There we are. And we can buy and sell these particular items. There we go, look at that. Which is fantastic. In these particular areas, you are in a safe zone, so you can't be killed or damaged in this area. People can't steal from your backpack when you're in the trading zones. And this means that they're kind of a safe area to trade in, so if there are other players around, they're actually not going to cause you any trouble or hassle. Ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you join me on this server. To follow, I'm just going to show you how to install the mods in order to actually get this server running. Do let me know what you think. Let me know if you're happy with the PvP focus and the high loot focus of this particular server. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so you're probably going to want to know how to actually install the Overpoch mod so you can play on the server. The first thing that you actually need is a couple of games, existing games. Now, you need Arma 2 and Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead. In order to get those, you can go on Steam and you can purchase them. I think they're on Steam. Yeah, there we go. $16.99 at the moment for both of them, but they are often on sale. So do keep an eye on it if you don't already own them. A lot of people already do. You can just grab them there. So, once those are all installed, let's just go down here. Right then. You then need, and you can do it in one of two ways. You can either make use of DayZ Commander, or you can make use of DayZ Launcher. They're two programs that actually help you out with this. So, the download links are as follows: DayZLauncher.com. This is the one I'm using at the moment. I used to use DayZ Commander, but it's been a little bit flaky recently since the Steam update. Or you can download DayZ Commander on www.dayzcommander.com. Once you've downloaded those, you will see these. We're going to start with DayZ Commander. Here we go. You'll come up with a page that looks a little bit like this once you start the program up. You can go into settings, and you need to make sure that all these are correct. As you can see, D, in my case, Program Files 86, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Arma 2, and Operation Arrowhead. There we go. I would also advise on downloading the DayZ mod, which is free entirely, and you can do that via Steam again. It will also have your little Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead at DayZ. It'll have that in there for your DayZ folder. Once you've done that, you're good to go. You can play the standard DayZ mod by just searching and filtering out the things that you want in order to play the standard DayZ mod. But what we want to do is we want to play Overpoch, because that's the server that we've got. So what you do then is you click on Install Update at the top right hand corner, and you're going to need two things. You're obviously already going to have the DayZ mod, and it's going to make sure that it's up to date for you. You can also verify your Arma 2 and Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead to make sure that they're up to date. You will then need to download DayZ Epoch, so you just click here and it will download it for you and it will put it into your mod folder. You also need DayZ Overwatch, and again just click download, put it into your mod folder. I think they're a couple of gigabytes each. Hopefully you've got enough space on your computer for that. Most people do these days. Once that's done, that's great. You've got everything that you need to play the mod. But you need one final thing in DayZ Commander. You need this. Let's just bring it up. I'll put this in the description as well. It's -mod equals DayZ Overwatch, semicolon, at DayZ Epoch, semicolon. That actually shows the mod path that you want in order to play the game, in order to play Overpoch. Now, naturally, if you only wanted to play Overwatch, you just have mod at DayZ Overwatch, or only Epoch, mod at DayZ Epoch. So, you know, fairly simple thing to go. There are other servers as well. I have recently noticed that there is a server up that deals with Origins, Epoch, and Overwatch. I can't remember what the server's particularly called, but it's kind of an Overpoch mishmatch. Pretty cool. What Origins is kind of a private server which it deals with the kind of the far future, if you like, after the initial outbreak. So you've got other types of vehicles. A friend of mine and one of my subscribers, Arinthian, I did join him on one of those servers the other day. That was really, really good fun. I quite like the concept of it. I did accidentally run him over, which was a bit unfortunate for him. Right, so, yeah, there's DayZ Commander. DayZ Launcher, however, is pretty similar. Let's open that up. Again, pretty much exactly the same thing. You're going to need your Arma 2 path, your Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead, and your mods download path. So you can actually choose where your mods go in this particular one. There you go, look at that. They're just sitting in the Operation Arrowhead ones in this particular thing, which is great. Once you've got those downloaded, let's get out of there. We will go to mods. Click on there, up here. And once again, you will want to download DayZ Epoch and DayZ Overwatch. Once those are downloaded, that's all good. We can then go into the launch bar, and what I've actually done is I've gone into advanced, and you can pop DayZ Epoch in there, pop DayZ Overwatch in there, but this thing it's quite good for things like that. So you don't really need to do that at all. What you can do is you can simply search Gul Gaming on here. I've already got it up here because I've favorited it. It saved me a little bit of time. If you click the little star, it'll favorite it. And it shows you the mods that are required in order to run it. It's actually quite intuitive in that particular way. So there we go, DayZ Overwatch and DayZ Epoch. They're the particular mods that you need installed to run this. Like say, we're going to go down the list a little bit and look at another one. This is also an Overpoch server, as you can see, DayZ Overwatch and DayZ Epoch. This is an Overpoch Taviana server, so you also need the Taviana map installed. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty good. And then once you actually want to go in, you simply either press the little play button here, or you double-click on it. And there we go. You have joined the server. You are in. Fantastic stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Both nice little programs, don't have a great stamp on your computer. The only thing that they will have a stamp on is the memory, because as I say, you're going to be downloading about between 4 and 5 gigabytes in order to get these mods running, in addition to Operation Arrowhead. I hope that explains how you would want to run these particular mods. You've got 2 programs there that you get the choice from. Personally, at the moment, I would choose DayZ Launcher, but do feel free to use DayZ Commander if you're already a DayZ Commander user, because it does still work. It just flips out occasionally. As you can see, at the moment, I'm running my server on UTC. There you go, it says that, UTCO. And that's GMT for anybody who lives in Britain. I may be willing to change that if I do get a lot of people from a particular area of the world who want to play but don't want to play in pitch blackness all the time. Then I may change up the server time so we get a little bit of daylight when you guys want to play. It's important to me that I give you the best experience that I can give you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all we need in order to know how to install and how to play the mod. So do have a thoroughly enjoyable day, and I look forward to seeing you in game. And do shoot me in the head if you see me. I'm not a very nice guy. It's terrible. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.